Okay. Okay. We here.
There he is.
No, it ain't. It ain't. It's got nothing to do with me, brother. It's got nothing to do with
Everything to do with you. Everything to do with you.
it's 2026, man, and we out here trying to do something. We out here trying to do something. Let me make sure that we live everywhere that we supposed to be, because oh my goodness, look at us. We look good on shouts out to your IG. And
Okay, you gotta do everything at the same time. Everything.
everything. I gotta let's see. Let me see. We always know good old Facebook is doing their thing, so I'm on there for my mom. So mom, if you watching, we on.
Right. like, listen, some people they ain't get rid of the book. You know what I mean?
Can't get rid of it, man. Let me see. My old school Twitter. I'll always call it Twitter, man.
Right. Forever we call it Twitter. That's it.
Okay, Alpha. I almost gave away what I'm using. You know, Alpha version of the platform that I'm using. Ladies and gentlemen, Hicks Pelzer. What's up with you, brother?
You did almost give it away. you almost gave it away. Like what you say now? What you say?
Yeah, you know, don't be backing this up and trying to listen to what I'm doing. Don't worry about what we doing.
Right. Hey, well, you do need to talk about your restream though, right? Do you need to be talking about that?
Well, we can talk about it if you want to, but
that's you. You the one gotta. Oh,
they
no
longer in the picture.
Oh, okay, all right. It's my bad.
So we can talk about them. Yeah,
My bad.
I had a conversation with them folks, and next thing you know, we out. So
somebody called you out. They said, "We know what you're doing over there." Somebody said, "We know what you're doing."
We know what you're doing.
Donald, like, it ain't no secret. There we go. See that?
Listen, hey, I see old school in the building too. Listen, I see you, JP. We see you.
Hey man,
JP
I gotta get out.
Back.
I gotta get out near them gregarious streets.
Oh no, he out there doing some things. Too.
Oh
so you
man,
never know what he doing.
You know, bodybuilder. Out in them streets, in the mountains and stuff, extraordinaire.
Oh, you know, he got that. I'm gonna put his business out there. He got that founder money.
High tech trying to gaslight. He gaslighting.
Yeah, you know, Greg got that. He got that Silicon Valley money, so he can do these.
Okay.
Things.
Yeah, he can do that. He can do that. No, you see the comment? You got high tech in there. He gaslighting.
I know. Stop. Why you pointing at things? Don't point at things like that. Just
gaslight.
Don't do that. We gonna move on. We gonna move on.
Gregarious Street. Shout out to everybody I met in COVID. You know, it's good to still be in touch. Hey, I enjoy it so much.
Hey,
I enjoy it so much.
2025 went out. I know the Pelzer family did what they had to do, right? Because I watched what you do. And I know that y'all live life to the fullest, and I wish more folks would do that as well.
We gotta do that more. We're not doing it enough. We're not living life to the fullest enough. We gotta do better.
You know, you got one that crossed the line. You got one that got some documentation signed.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing so every time I graduate from school, get a degree, my mom's like, "Okay, baby, that's all good, but was it signed?" When you got the diploma, when you got the degree, make sure the right folks signed it.
Right. That's true.
So it's legitimate. No.
That's true. No, that makes sense. All the sense in the world.
You know. But
goodness
look at that.
Gracious.
You and Mama done did some good things. Got what done moved on. See that? That's all right. But he probably in your kitchen right now.
No, actually, he's over at his auntie's right now, dog sitting, which is good.
As long as he getting a check.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, he's dog sitting right now. I was like, cool, you go ahead over there and keep some food in the refrigerator. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm seeing some anomalies here, and again, Alpha, what we're using.
That's what we're here for. Speak it. What you see?
Well, okay, so I see something different than you see, and I'll just answer. Yeah, JP. Yeah, this is still ECAM, brother. I'll throw that out there. This is still ECAM.
He like, oh, let me make sure Ken and Glenn know they still
they may
my
be
homies,
watching, right?
Like, we good. Ken and Glenn, we still homies, all right.
You know what I'm saying? Your boy get access to some things. I want to make sure that we still good. I cut some other folks loose, but I ain't cut y'all loose. Hey, amen.
He's like, yo, Ken and Glenn, we good, buddy. Hey, listen, which one is it? Who's most likely to have a cup in their hand? Glenn. Shout outs to Glenn, right
Scotch
here.
or bourbon, but yeah, Ken.
Yeah. I know, because he pulled that act right out on you, right on the live. That's what I like. My God.
Yeah.
I still have that file and that picture. I got it on the hard drive when I was live, and I just happened to hit him up, and I said, "Let me hit Ken up," and Ken actually jumped in and was like, "Hey," and Ken had his deacon juice. You know what I'm saying? I was not mad. I said, "That's a cool twin right there." He was like, "Yeah, He was like, "What y'all doing?"
We drank it.
I said, "I like this guy. Shout out to them brothers. Yeah. Shout out to them."
Let me. What's dope is okay. Instagram comments are coming through because that's how JP is watching.
Okay.
And I'm looking at it right now. It's set up the right way, so that's dope. The only thing is my comments. I can't put my comments for Instagram on the main channel, on the IG feed. I can only put them on the horizontal feed.
Okay, all right, got you.
Yeah, see, I see it, JP, because your comments are coming over on IG and they're coming through on Ecamm as well. But when I throw this comment up, that should just show on the horizontal feed. Hold 1 second, because there's a delay. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Oh,
yeah.
So I like how it automatically orients.
No, it's not.
I'm looking at.
No, it's not automatic. Let me tell you something. Your boy put a lot of
work
in.
You had to do that.
I had to rebuild the whole show.
Because I'm looking at Instagram
show.
right now.
Yeah.
I'm peeping the Instagram over here,
and I'm looking. I'm
like,
whole show.
I'm like, oh, okay. I like what it's doing over there on the Instagram. I feel it.
I had to rebuild the whole show, so it's not automatic.
So you had to rebuild to make it do it. I'm just adjusting something here on this camera. I want to adjust since I'm at it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put it on there. That wide. When you have clients come in, you set that camera, that focus in a certain place.
Yeah.
And then they move around and stuff.
Well,
so that way,
go ahead and flex on them.
That's because I linked in.
As you flex on them, when you got clients coming in,
Nah. So when you do, that's crazy though, because when you do this and you switch I see, man. Thank you. I had the yellow one over here, and then I just switched up. But here's what's interesting. When you switch it on IG, like my face is like, boom, like right there.
Well, for this scene, right? So this is just a scene right here. But when when I go back to the 2-up, now you see it's on top and bottom. I had to rebuild the whole show, brother.
You do a real good job with the whole.
Somebody tell somebody. Listen, I've got room for some more clients here in 2020 as well.
Wait, dude, that's major when you switch them screens, because it's like it threw me back over here, and we got a split screen top bottom.
Yeah.
But then when you do that other flip, it's kind of dope because you square in and it's still framed good. That looks good, man. I'm looking at it on the iPad. I'm looking at it on the iPad too.
Appreciate it. I mean, it's attention to detail. So now, boom, I bring in. So this is 2 separate scenes for the same look. So horizontal is how it looks right now with the web page to the right of us. But on
that boy vertical, good. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all don't know, James Hicks is killing it. Like, I'm looking at this on the iPad, and he just hit I'm looking at it horizontal up there, and then I'm looking at it on here vertical, and he got an equal like 9/16-ish midget split down here.
He did it,
and then up top he got the full thing. That boy killing. Look
at
that boy.
We did it, boy. We did it.
Look, watch when it switch. It's a little delayed right here on my Instagram, but then it's gonna go, and when it switch, come on. I don't know how long that delayed. Look,
there it is. Look at that.
God, I'm like that boy.
Almost said something. I almost said something on my mouth. Lord have mercy.
Jen done married the right brother.
Yeah. God dang. I'm gonna leave that alone too, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna leave that alone. Tap in, brother.
Jen got a brother to find. Jen, I see you, girl. My homie there.
Is she listening? She probably she might be. She was tapping in with us the other night. Remember? I'm like, next thing
That's
you
my
know, I was
sis right
spending
there.
money.
She's like, what a mighty good man. What a man, what a man, what a man.
You know, it's just it is what I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna be humble and I'm
Hey, look, for your audience out there, I'm gonna tell you the funniest thing my son said to me, and I ain't gonna say no names. If they know, they know. They probably not even watch this, James. So my son got his friends, right? And you know, when the kids get older, they get to that point, they can start, sipping a little something. They sit there talking, and at one of his friends' house, the dad came in the room, was rapping to him, they talking, yeah, Mr. So-and-so, blah, blah, blah. He rolled out. Mom is cool. She comes in the room, hey, you boys all right? They roll out. So it's 4 brothers, and then they have friends over. And one of the brothers was like, how did dad pull that? Man, when I say, I swear, how it's like, how you not gonna give your dad no credit? It's like, how did dad pull that? You like, mom too fly for dad. Like, I ain't know dad had game like that.
We give credit where credit was due, and so now I really need to sit up and act right because Mama ended in the building.
Mama look, my sister, she sure did.
She got, forget 6 cents. She got 7 and 8 cents. She knows. She's probably at work, but okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. What's up, baby? She picked up on it. Shout out
to my sis Jen. Shout out.
You was talking about it. Jen knew you was talking about it. JP, yes sir. Listen, hey, appreciate you, brother. This is the way to go. JP was the first one to do anything. I'm gonna give you these flowers. Anything outside of the norm, because JP had his VR glasses. What the MetaVision?
Oh yeah,
the Apple Visions.
Yeah.
And him and Monty Weaver. I think it was Monty Weaver, but I know it was definitely JP. Man,
that sounds like JP would do that. JP would do that.
Yeah, he groundbreaking. So shout out.
He gonna be the first one to have Jarvis on.
Well, you know.
He gonna be like, I got the Iron Man special. Jarvis is gonna be our guest today.
I think I got some things, but he got some extra things. Oh, Mama here too. Mama is here. She says, Happy New Year. And to the preacher man, I think Mom like you better than she like me.
Mom, I don't want to mess you up there. Just say Keith. Say my other son. You say preacher man, they be like, him? You talking about him?
Yeah, because I done seen all 180 degrees of Hicks Pelzer now. It ain't always just reading from the book of John. It's
hey,
drinking from the glass of Johnny Walker. Okay.
The weirdest thing is now is like for anybody, we don't go into preference on faith on this, right? But I'm a Christian man. But here's what's crazy: in today's climate, being a spiritual leader in any capacity, the hardest thing now is in the climate that we're in now. It's like, what are you going to say when you get in the pulpit? It's so much like, what do you just got to stick to the word. Just call it a day and sit down. That's
Try
it.
to.
Yeah.
Try to.
Y'all know me, I'll stare right back into tech. It's like tech, right? With all this stuff coming out, you got to stick to the main thing. What's the main thing?
What is the main thing? Nowadays, I'm trying to figure out what the main thing is. But
capture the image and say what you got. We got enough recording devices that do so much work. I think if I really had something like conjured up my spirit to say today, to throw out there, it's like, just do it. It's an old Nike saying, but it's the 2026 version of don't overthink it. Seriously. Overthinking is just going to sink you. Just go ahead and do it. Have fun, hit live, take the picture, figure it out later. And because it's enough quality stuff out there that if you take out all the gadgets that you can, you got recording here, recording on this, recording on the phone, recording on the camera, recording on the thing. If you pull it out the trunk, recording in the air, recording off the ground. And it's all going to point to one thing. What's the content?
What's the content?
What's the content?
Before we had content.
Before we had content, but we didn't know how to capture it, or we needed something better to capture it. Now, it ain't even nothing particular on capturing it, because most of our stuff, like right now, looking at both of us right now, nobody's really asking, is James and Keith using a G Master lens or a Viltrox or a Surrey lens or whatever? It's just either looks good or it doesn't.
Yeah.
We're not asking, is it a nan light? Is it an aperture light? Is it, hue? Is it Govee? It's light, right? The pop screen, was it made by Versace, or was it made by Gucci, or was it
in my house? It's Louis. In my house, it's Louis. Louis. Okay.
It's just it works.
It works.
It works. I like that.
Well, we do have a producer, so we got, because there's a different class of characters that are in this room right now, and for I'm not gonna call them common, but for the everyday consumer, they're looking at it and saying, okay, this is dope, love what you're doing. They're not worrying about all that infrastructure. But we got some folks that want to get in the weeds, that are in the weeds, that are producers and directors. So like JP, he's asking, because he does this, he's asking, how am I doing this? Multiple computers, multiple cameras, and all that stuff. We gonna get into that, brother. You know what, JP? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn it backwards. I'm gonna put the onus on you, brother. You've been gone for too long. You're gonna have to call
me.
There
you go.
I'm not even, it's not even gonna be a transaction, brother. I just want to hear your voice. JP, you're gonna have to call me. Because JP I call him at midnight. Because I told you the story like about 6 or 7 years ago. JP said, hey man, your content is dope. But I'm gonna need you to tighten up them overlays and them thumbnails. I said, okay, yes, sir. I got to work that night and I tightened them up.
You flawless with it. You flawless with it. You got it. Like, but to your point, I like something that you just said about you making it relevant on why you go to a CES. Why? So it's one of those things where the who it's for, right? The person that's just learning how to play a guitar doesn't get into a back and forth pissing match with somebody on what's a better brand of guitar when you're just trying to learn how to play it, right? In the gospel music industry, it's a thing going around. It's like the red keyboard. That's a Nord. Nord is a very great keyboard, but it's like, if you don't see a Nord sitting on stage, people think that the service is jacked up or the show is not going to be good. And you probably see it on award shows. Nord is a keyboard. If you look it up, Nord, it's a red keyboard. And it has become like a gospel favorite, right? A church favorite. And the thing is, you can pull out about 5 different pianos that sound the same, depending on you just playing one song. Great is Thy Faithfulness. You're playing one song. It doesn't matter that you don't really feel a $2,000 difference. It's the same thing with tech. Most things that you do, you don't feel. Look how much that keyboard costs, right?
Good Lord have mercy.
And most of the venues, whether it's church or a venue or something, that people that know that keyboard, they play it on stage all the time. I'm gonna say a name most people don't know, Doobie Powell. He kills it on the Nord. But the thing is, if you put Doobie Powell on a Casio cheap keyboard out of Kmart, he's still going to kill it. He's still going to produce the song. He's still going to get it done. So these are more so preferences, but the professional knows the difference, right? The professional, it's not an offensive thing. It's just, hey, you spend all that money if you want to be a professional at it. And if you say, I want to be a professional at it, then you understand what the cost is, or you going to F around and find out what the cost is. To some people, you're going to faith around and find out. To the other ones, you're going to and find out, right? But you're going to mess around and find out the cost to it. It's like photography. If you just say, hey, I just want to take casual pictures and stuff, then you really don't have to, break the bank. And you can believe a professional when they tell you, just get at one point in time, get an A6100 or my buddy told me a 6600 is better. It's like, okay, tomato, right? The small battery, the FW, what's that? The 50 can get you It got more than enough power for the pictures you're going to take.
True.
But if I know you trigger happy and every time you turn around, you just I'm going to say get a 6600 because it has a bigger battery in there. It's going to hold more. Then if you like, oh, I want to start printing out pictures and stuff, then I'm going to say go to a full frame. But we're going to start you in at a reasonable one. Oh, I heard the A75 is, but you're not going to be doing studio work. Just get a 4. Trust me, you'll be happy.
You're going to be all right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between jumping in at a basic. Like we're at a point now that the basics are better than before, right?
Yes.
And marketing really pushes to the consumer, right? Not the prosumer. The prosumers, you're not fooling them. They're mad because the A75 came out and it's like, and it's not open gate. Whoa, Jesus Christ! You know, and the other person.
Sometimes you really need that functionality, right? You just got to have it, right?
I mean, I'm still like, so what exactly is open gate, and why would I need it? And I'm just like, oh, I'm cool without it, right? Yeah, I don't mind. But for other people, it matters because of what they do, and I respect that. Yep.
Everything for its season, everything for its purpose, but know what you're trying to do as opposed to trying to follow the next person.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I could both go and live at B&H. They know Keith by first name. They just know me because I got the Payboo card. Shouts out to Payboo, so you don't have to pay sales tax, so they know me there.
Yes.
But
yes.
But again, we can go buy everything Sony has, and that's what we would typically do. We would go there and buy everything Amaran or Neewer or whatever they got. We don't need it though.
Mm-hmm. So do they have Neewer? Do they carry Neewer?
I don't know. I don't know why I brought up Neewer because I'm sorry.
No,
Neewer's dope, but I don't want Neewer either.
Neewer has come up so far, but I refuse to buy Neewer anything.
They do
it. Like my head just, I see Neewer as like a Tubi, right?
Oh my! You know what? Okay, I'm not. Maybe I'm not gonna mess with this money now. So just in case, I don't want.
But I've been tempted looking at Neewer stuff like, oh, that's
he
dope.
Called him Tubi.
Hey.
He called him Tubi. Hold on, I see you coming, brother. He called him Tubi.
Cause bro, when I first got into this in COVID, I was like, I can't afford that. And like Neewer was the knockoff version. But then all of a sudden, Neewer started stepping their game up, and I'm like, this joint is just as good as the other.
That's that price, right? That price got you is what it is. So shout out to that good price.
I had Neewer. I still won't. I literally ignore it. The last thing I bought that has a Neewer label on it is the cage for the Sony A7C. And then I just dumped that because, you know, I started air tagging my cameras when I can. And so that's when I went back to small rig. So it's always small rig or something else, but I skip over Neewer. I promise you I skip.
Yeah, listen, I'm over here triple tasking. This man not even in front of his camera.
Sorry.
No, he didn't came in the back room. He not even in front of his camera, Lord. Oh boy, when you get in front of your camera, then I'll bring you on. So I just spent a lot of time with small rig up at CES last week. They got some nice things. Everybody's doing good. Everyone's camera's fast. Everyone's mic sounds nice. Shouts out to Mario. I hung out with you a little bit too.
Is anybody ready to discuss that? Mic sounded, bro. At home, I'm good spending the money and the quality. I'm gonna use Universal Audio, all of that stuff. But honestly, my Sennheisers, I said this the last time, my Sennheisers have not been used in the past 2 months.
Ooh.
And every time I think I need to use them, I am too lazy to set up the Zoom box, the 32-bit float, hang 2 mics over the subjects and whatever. The clients that I have, I take the DJI mic, I put it on them. Under certain circumstances, I use the 2 instead of the mini because you can plug the mic to it, route it up through the shirt, whatever, and pin it right here. I take that audio. I promise you. I take that audio and throw it right with the video, just 2 cameras. and I'm done. I'm paid. And I'm asking myself, why would I want to take 2 C stands, put them in the air, hang
Mm,
2 boom mics in,
mm,
point it, tell the subject to stay in this area? Because I got people that laugh, they move around. If the mic's on them, the mic is with them with the sound. If they get up after the interview, move and say something relevant, and it's like, oh, you should have got that. I got it because you still had the mic on.
right.
But if you're sitting in one spot, I would literally say to somebody, unless you're doing documentaries where everybody's stationary, that boom mic, I mean, unless you're doing professional movie work or something like that, film, dude, I'm getting away with this. And it sounds great with the post processing stuff you can do. And so now I'm sitting here looking at the small rig mic. Did you see that?
Yes.
The new small rig mic?
I tried to convince them to give it to me, but they
come
wouldn't.
on, James.
Well, here, I'm not gonna throw them out there in front of everybody as well. So what did I rock with? I got Shure.
So you had your hand on it.
So here's the deal. So I got my Shure. So I got my Move mics. They didn't work. Chris,
Okay.
maybe I need to talk to you. I think I talked to Chris. You already cast ahead here online. At CES, Shure was right next to Small Rig, so I went and talked to Mario, my rep, who helps him with everything.
So y'all, he know him by name. What a flex.
See, I dropped first name basis, ladies and gentlemen. So I told him, I said, hey, I had the moves. I couldn't get him to sync, the Bluetooth to sync, so I had to leave him at the house, and I had to pick up the DJIs. He was disappointed when he looked at me, but I said, hey, they working right now. So I had them on. The small rigs, $79.95 or something is going to be the retail price for them. They're about a quarter of the size of the DJI Move mics. They are about a quarter of the size of the Shures as well.
Wow.
Connect instantly either through the USB-C port on your phones or Bluetooth. The audio was perfect, completely concealable. I'm not an affiliate with them. I'm not doing a commercial for them, but they have figured it out. They are like Amaran, built for creators in this new world. Right, they have watched, or they're like Apple too, right? Android and everybody, they come out with the stuff ahead of time, then Apple comes through and perfects it. What Small Rig has done, because I was walking around with my Brandon Lee whole rig. I was rigged out with their stuff, so they got me on their website, I think, as well. But the price is right, $79.99. I got a like a 10 or 20% off coupon as well for the show. So if you want them, let me know. I'm gonna send you this code. I'm gonna send it behind the scenes because I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh,
Small Rig, shouts out to you for your generosity.
Bro, I needs that because that mic.
Yeah, it's the. Let me put this website up. Let me see if I can find it. And
then the little color things on there, because
you can put
when I got
identify all the different folks. Man, let me put these up here. All the different folks that you're talking to, right? You can have just a little clip that goes over the transmitter.
Boy, you so quick with it. Oh my gosh.
So there it is, right there.
Yo, I seen that, I had to look at it closely, like it's too good to be true.
It's not.
And I was like, no way. I said, no way. And so the reason why I won't flip to another microphone out of DJI is because I like the convenience of just putting the transmitter into the hot shoe. That is so, let me tell you, when I say flawless, you're not plugging the cord out the side, adjusting it and blah, 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 or nothing like that. I'm not saying it's hard, but you don't have no dangling cord in it. I just pull the mic thing out, put the transmitter in the top. I'm good. Like, it's done. And that $32 piece that I have, I'll be using that sometimes. Like, I'll just sit there and throw that into the top part into the USB, and I can use either transmitter. But the thing is, when I seen that small rig thing, and I was like, dang, you could put that thing on and put like a nice, you could make it like a little flower, like a lapel.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my gosh.
It's got a little bit of fashion to it, just so it goes with your aesthetic, right? It's not just technology for technology. It actually looks. There's a differentiation about it. Tall boy, I'm about to bring you in, brother. I'm building scenes. I'm trying to triple task, and I'm an old man, so it's hard for me to.
All right, so I'll wait for you to switch. So, ladies and gentlemen, tell me, how do you record? Do you feel as though that you need to have the $1,000 microphone on the boom hanging over to capture audio? Are we convinced that nowadays most content creators that we wish we had the attention they have, or we're
Mm.
looking to get in that space, how do you feel when you find out they just hold up their phone and 90% of their reels are
Uh,
off of their cell phone, not all the stuff that you say that people need? So at that point, I know what I like, but I don't push upon people that what I like is going to make your stuff better. Because for you, if you have the presentation, then you don't need the equipment. The other paradox of that is people that lack presentation, they think equipment is going to do it. And the more you
oof.
talk about equipment, the problem is it's like, yeah, and how many other people got that mic? How many other people got that? How many other people were using the A7, whatever? But you still got a problem. And that problem is content framing or how you present it. And so the argument doesn't become what's the better gear, it's what's the best gear for your use case. And the other stuck part is some people feel as though that their better gear is their best use case and they're still stuck. That's the problem there.
The reason that I was laughing while you were talking is you straight said a word right there in perfect time for
Uh-oh.
Tall Boy to come on because he
There's
and
Tall
I,
Boy.
because we have this conversation all the time, and we just had it like 2 weeks ago. Again, oh look at the shirt he wearing. Okay, I got one of them too. All right, squirrel moment. Because first of all, what's up with you, brother? Good to see you again. Long time no
My
see,
guy.
brother. No,
There he is.
Look,
that's
when
my
I thought you was
dog.
going vertical, I said, "Oh, this thing looks sexy over here. Let me jump on
You
this
better
show
jump
real
in. You
quick."
better take
Hey,
some
that's all
screenshots.
James. You know, that's
You
all
better take
James.
some
We just wingman.
screenshots.
Look, I had the wrong address. I'm like, hold up, this ain't the right address to get up in
You,
the room. I'm over here going through my
you was
email,
probably going through
guest
Restream or something.
cam, Zoom, everything.
Wait.
Look,
I did hit the old link to the I hit the
You better leave them
link,
alone. Yeah, you better leave
and I
them
realized
alone.
it wasn't working. So I was like,
It's
oh,
not
he
working.
changed his address.
we need we need caster heads to pull up too. So look, let me correct Key because this
No,
is
so
what I
listen, you're gonna
learned.
come on
Yeah.
and you're gonna correct keys. So
Make my
first before
story
you do
small,
that,
real small. Make it real
yeah.
small.
Can I say what I need to say? The
Go
best
ahead.
gear is the gear that work. That's the best gear. The best gear that you need is the gear that work.
I agree.
Period. Because we had. Well, I'll say this. I was at CES, and when I say we had a table full of gear, and it was, what are we taking today? And it's, are you sure you know what you're doing with this gear? And when we get out there and that gear ain't working, it's like, there ain't no excuses. So we're going to go back to what we know. So you can have the best camera, but if that cell phone is working, bro, you better use that cell phone. If that microphone is not syncing, you better use that microphone that works. So the best gear, because all you care about is, did the audio come out right? Because I used to say it's all about video, but my DJ friends say, boy, that it ain't nobody gonna watch it. And now this week, oh yeah, if that audio ain't right, they ain't watching none of this. So I got a video right now where Adobe Podcast is not cleaning it up, and it's like, this is a dope interview, but you can't hear nothing because of all the background audio. So the best gear is the gear that works.
Hey, bro,
right for the situation.
Happy New Year to you and everything. What you I'm gonna say this, and James, you take it away from here. What you said about the audio, that's a good thing. Like when we're all hearing each other, and I heard what you said, you're right. And I'm gonna tell you why I'll dap you up 100% on that. I just did some work for somebody, and they wanted a reel, but I was just like, they weren't really doing much that I was feeling the reel to make. But then because I put the Osmo on and just said, I'm gonna just let that run and record, I kept blocking it with the camera, didn't realize it, but I got the audio. So then it clicked to me. I was like, this dude says some powerful stuff. So I put that on the timeline, and then I put the pictures over it because I got that audio, and that audio mattered because all I did was collect that line that they said, or that segment of chunks of talking where it was like, ooh, that's good. You can put whatever picture you want over top of it from the event. So that's a little trick to do where it's like, hey, keep that Osmo or keep that phone or whatever, And when somebody's up talking and you got to take pictures of them and the lighting's bad and you don't know if you got that right shot or whatever, you can take that audio and then square them up in perfect light after the stage or whatever, and you can still put their audio off of the stage on that. So absolutely, that's the audio. You get the audio,
Yes.
you better than having nothing. That's good.
What he said, Mr. Grammy winner, ladies and gentlemen, Keith Pelzer over there dropping some gems for everyone.
I got to try to get another one somewhere.
Hey, rent is due, and you need to get another one. Audio over video all the time. So here's the thing I'm talking about. I'm gonna put you out here on Front Street because again, we've had this conversation. I love what you just said. But Keith, so here's the situation. We go into these rooms, we go to these conferences, we go to the biggest consumer conference, technology conference on the planet. We go to CES. I walk around again with my Brandon Lee, my small rig, and I got 2 phones and 3 pair of glasses, my Meta glasses. I got this year, that's it. That's all I took. That's all I took to capture content. Now, years before, I would take FX3s. No, I wouldn't take the 3. I would take I would take the ZVEs. I would take the smaller cameras, but I would take an APS-C or a full frame camera, big old gear, big old lenses, right? Primes and zooms and things of that. My back, my neck, and my back after 3 or 4 hours would be out of it. And I would, when you're walking around and you Vegas or anywhere, when you're walking around and you're trying to be on and you're trying to capture information and you're trying to
your neck on a swivel,
right? You got all this stuff going on. You're sweating because you're hot, and I got all this gear on. This year, I scaled down quite a bit. I actually saw, and I told Tallboy this at dinner, about 85% of the people capturing content this year were using. Keith, I want you to guess. What were 85% of the people that were capturing content at this conference? What do you think that they were using?
From an Osmo 3 to an Insta 360.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop. It was all Osmo 3. That's what it was. Everyone was walking around with their DJI Osmo. Tallboy, to his credit, has typically in the past said, listen, I'll let you finish, Tallboy. I'm just going to summarize it. The gear matters for the perception from the brand, right? The brand is going to come see you walking up with a camera or a little action cam and be like, yeah, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time with you. I'm not going to give you no free. I'm not going to give you no sample product. I'm not going to put you in front of my CTO, that kind of folk. Oh, but you come through with the Sennheisers and the Sonys and the boom mics and the crew and all that. There's a little perception that at least that you big time, and we're gonna spend more time with you. Tallboy, go into detail. So again, it's a back and forth that we go through, but I'm more looking at preserving my neck and my back, and quickly being able to push the content out as opposed to trying to fake it or pretending that I'm bigger than I am. I know I'm a solopreneur who is running my channels and who is advocating for brands. I'm not seeing that anymore. I used to write for The Verge. I don't write for them anymore. But it makes sense. Talk a little bit about, because I want to get Keith's perspective on this, and you know how I feel, man. I'm right there in the middle with you in the middle. Some places it makes sense, some places it doesn't make sense. Your wedding analogy is the one that really sticks with me. Go ahead, brother. Yeah,
So I'll say this, and watching my team that I had this year, I watched them struggle, and I felt bad because it was, you got this backpack on your back from 9 to 6, and you already are not in shape to walk the showroom floor. That makes sense. That's number one. You're not in shape. That hurts. So that first 2 hours, that's okay. But once you get out there, it's like, all right, we in the trenches, there's walking, riding escalators, then you got to do some more walking. That's a lot. But to what James just said, I was big on I'm coming with the equipment. I'm coming with the gear because I know the thoughts and the processes of or the thoughts and how these teams think. Who are you? Never heard of Tallboy Enterprises, never heard of Hicks New Media, never heard of Keith Pelzer. Who are you? You're not The Verge, you're not, CNET, you're not Engadget, right? So my thing was, hey, we're gonna come with the monopod. We got the Lieback over there. We got the Sony FX30. I think Sammy put the wrong lens with a 35 on there as opposed to, a 24-105. But
Shouts out to Sammy. Sammy was so cute.
Sammy.
Hey, Sammy was so cute. He was so excited.
but he was excited. But to the point, we came with the look.
Yeah.
And what I say, we got product. We got product.
We got some things.
Nice.
We got product. So yeah, Christmas was nice. Look, you might like this one. Can you see?
Nice.
That's the Plank solid state drive USB 2 terabyte. We got product, all right. So product came, and it was nice. But to James's point, going mobile, and he talked to me, and I listened because I went to PepCom. And they said only one person. And I wasn't carrying that $400 Lieback monopod with a rig. I'm not doing that. And what I saw was the Osmo Pocket. And here I am. I said, I'm going with my cell phone.
Right.
I went with my cell phone. I connected it to, where is it at? I connected it to my Shift Cam. And unfortunately, Shift Cam, I don't have the Jason Lee series, right? So I had this on my phone, had it all set up, ready to go, got ready to do the first interview. And what's the dongle, James, that has the power delivered, the little gray box that you plug in and it gives you extra ports. Somehow I dropped this. So this part, I guess I was holding it and I clipped it and the whole thing just broke off on me. And so the USB hub got damaged in the process. And so I said, forget this. I'm going over to Shift Cam. And I plugged connected that Shift Cam straight to my phone, and I went vertical that whole night at PepCon. And it was so seamless. And when I tell you, I just put a little light, I had a little light in my other hand, and I had the phone grip with the Shift Cam. And when I tell you that thing was so seamless, it made life so easy. We turned around and went on Tuesday and started working the showroom floor with the camera. And Sammy, he didn't want to listen and he didn't want to use the monopod, but he wanted to go handheld. And you'll see what it looks like when we, publish all the videos. But to James's point, he was able to get his content out. I'm still editing content because now I got to transfer the file. Oh, I'm just being very transparent. Yeah. I'm trying to transfer files. I can't, the way Sammy shot it, and there's no disrespect to how he shot it, I can't open it up on the PC side. So now I got to go put it in the script. I got to go put it. So I can't even view each one. So I'm struggling over here, spending all day trying to figure out how can I get this transferred over to where I can say, is this the clip that I need? Is this the B-roll clip that I need? Is this the clip that I need? Whereas if I would have shot it right there on the phone, that would have been a whole lot easier. So I saw a lot of Osmo Pocket. I saw a lot of cell phone content, and that might be the new move for 2027. I mean, I don't have a lot of respect for shooters that shoot on their phone because look, we invested a lot of money in this gear.
Amen.
But at the same token, look at what he said. The Shift Cam content that I shot is getting views. Like I posted that video that the Lollipop stars got 1,000 views already. And I wasn't expecting that. I was just like, let me just put this up. And I Googled Lollipop star. They got picked up by all the major tech brands. And it's like, it's a lollipop and you lick the lollipop and it plays the music. They give you a pair of earbuds and it plays the music while you're licking the lollipop.
Go ahead.
So they have they got Armani White. They got about 7 brands that are literally rocking out with Lollipop Star. And I was trying to connect her with a good friend of mine, Bone Crusher, while we were there. So it was like, hey, maybe we can get them connected. So, but that shift cam, this small rig, this is where the technology is going. And I think, Canon and Nikon was not even at CES this year.
They weren't.
But
Are you
small rig
kidding me?
was.
Yeah, they were not there, brother. Yep.
Wow.
And to be honest, I ran into a problem with my small rig. They said you can rent out gear. Small rig was renting out gear for
Smart.
free.
Mm-hmm.
And so I told him about my problem with the what do you call it? The James, the dongle I had, the power delivery.
The hub,
what was
the
that
USB
called?
hub.
I told him about the hub, and the lady said, "I'm sorry that this happened. This is what I'm going to do. We only have one. I can give it to you, but I'm asking, can you please bring it back, before you leave?" And I said, "Ma'am, I'm leaving out tomorrow." And I said, "I don't want to promise you that I'm going to come back, and I'm not going to keep it. All you got is your name and your word." She said, "This is what I'll do." She took down my number. She put it in the WhatsApp. She took down my email and said, "I'll have one in the mail for you next week." She said, "We don't," and she asked me to give her my hub. And she said, "We don't want people who have our products to not be happy with what they have. And we don't want broken products in our customers' hands."
Wow.
For her to say
that's
that,
That is your name and your word. God, dog.
That's good.
so
That's very good.
I mean, would another company have done that to me while we were out there? And she sees it, and I showed her. I said, "Look, ma'am, I'm shooting on your I'm using your product. I'm using your product, and this is what happened." And so, I need help. Now, she didn't know that Sammy and Revis was with me, and we were shooting on the Sony FX30. But all she needed to know is, hey, we got your product, we got your hub broke. What do we do? And she said, "We don't want our customers with broken products in our hand. I'll make sure you get a new one out. We don't have anything here, and we don't have so that to me was like, hey, you just got a customer out of me for life, just based off of my time of need. Even though you couldn't help me at that exact moment, you got me." Now to James's point, I tell people all the time, Keith, you asked me to come shoot your wedding, and I charge you $3,000 to shoot your wedding. And if I pull up with an Osmo Pocket or a cell phone, how you gonna feel? And I'm shooting your wedding.
Yeah. So what's crazy? You said that, and I want you to keep going. You said that. So
this is your life now, Keith. This is where you are, right?
Well, yeah. You know what it is? I agree with Tallboy 100%. Like, because remember we talked about that before. So that's why I'll flex with the A7R5, right? And that's the one I have wrapped in white. But I do most of my shooting on the red. Like, my ego left me, and I was just like, why am I coming home with just like 8 shots of this woman on, in front talking to people at 60 megapixels, right? So then one day I happened to just have the red camera in my hand. It's an A7 IV. And I shot all these pictures when I was like, dang, editing was so much faster. Everything was this. And I was like, oh, because the file was smaller. So then I'm looking like, and the people was like, oh, these pictures are so great. And I'm like, I can't prove to you that shoot with an A7R5 is gonna make what I do better. And then I thought about it, I'm like, I can do that with an A7C, the first version, with that. I totally agree with Tallboy on, equipment and presentation. I think that all of us are saying the same thing. The thing that I kind of leaned in on, I ran into too many people. I walked in the rooms and they like, what you shooting with? And I'm like it really matters. And I'm sitting there, I'm walking over one side of the room taking shots, and then they looking like, oh, I must need to go over there and take a shot. And then they looking like, oh, you can't get a clear view from over there. I'm like, well, I can, because I'm shooting with a 70-200. And they're trying to prove to me why I need to have an 85 1.4 or a 50 1.2 in the room. And I'm like, well, you got a flash, don't you? So then low light is a little relative depending on what you're shooting. And so I think I'm a balance between what's the best thing for what you're doing in the place. So to my point, I thought about this, and I was going to say to that notion, you want to look at what's the norm in the niche, right?
Norm in the niche. God.
The norm in the niche is more so if you want to be the person that's saying shooting cycling video on an FX3 and S-Log 3 Cine is the most professional, you are absolutely correct. The issue comes in when the other guy is taking an Insta360, a GoPro, or something else, and they're just constantly throwing out content, and more people are paying attention to them while you still sitting here telling them why color grading is better.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I've finally kind of got into S-Log3 and color grading and stuff. And then I was in a couple of instances where I just hit the record button while I was in photo mode and got the video, and the people are so happy, like, oh, you captured this. I don't know why I need to order a videographer when we can just pay you extra to do it. I didn't do Cine, I didn't do S-Log, I didn't do color grading, nothing. I took the damn thing and took it and dragged it into the same folder as the JPEGs, not the RAWs, the JPEGs, small JPEGs out of Lightroom, not large, small, and people are happy. Like what Tallboy's saying here, when you create content like Tallboy's doing, or certain platforms like maybe you're doing, James, by all means, you don't want it. To me, you don't argue, oh, I can do it with this cheaper thing. I can do it. I'm not gonna make that argument. If I got to do a photo shoot for a star or somebody, I'm pulling out the A7R5, period. I'm not going to sit there and say, I can do this with an old A7 too. I'm not going to argue that point unless that's all I have. As Tallboy said, what do you have that works? Right? Because one of the guys that I know that shoot for the Eagles, he has his A7 IV, and he has either Insta360 or Osmo on him. And this dude, the battery ran out on both of them, and he grabbed his cell phone, said, hold on, grabbed the cell phone, and recorded content of the Eagles on the field.
Well, he on vacation right now.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry.
Now I say, Keith, I was watching you, Keith, and I respected you enough because I leveled up my game. And I don't think nobody really cares but you. But I went out and got one of these.
There it is. Look at it.
There it is. Did you wrap it yourself? Did you wrap it yourself?
I did.
Dude, it's not that hard, is it?
I was a little intimidated, but after you follow the instructions, which I'm not an instructions type of guy.
Let me see it again. Put it up. I like it. Put it up. Which one is it?
And I said, this is the cartoon model. This is the 61. This is my baby.
Yes.
I shoot on APS-C, so I'm doing video. I don't do photos. But like I said, you walk in the room and, hey, can you shoot me?
What's the name of the brand again? Because I want to pull that up in the comments.
Alpha Guard.
Alpha Guard, that's right.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hey, Tallboy, that's an A61?
This is a 61 with a Tamron 70 to 80 lens.
Yo, you know why I'm so happy? You know why I'm so happy, James?
Hold on, Keith. Let me go ahead and explain. To Alpha Guard, if it wasn't for this brother,
give him the whole screen.
You want the whole screen?
I'll say this: Alpha Guard. There's a brother by the name of Hicks Pelzer. I was watching Conscious Conversations last year in 2025, and he kept talking about wrapping his camera and what separated him from everybody else, because everyone got the same camera. And I said, you know what, let me go to the website. And when I went to the website, I found my own swagger. And when I found my swagger, I went out and got mine. And so I wrapped my A6100 Sony, and I got a Tamron 70 to 180 lens. And I said, I'm going to go ahead and get this. So shout out to Hicks Pelzer, because I'm probably the only one in Atlanta that's got a wrapped camera that looks sexy and ready to shoot when I go to my events.
And tell them how easy it is to do. Tell them how easy it is to do.
No, I'm going to have to charge you $9.99 for that.
I was trying to hook you up. Like, yo, they'll probably send you like 18 more skins, man.
No. But in all seriousness, it was not hard to do. I was a little intimidated at first. I went on and bought the squeegee because he said, get the squeegee. And I was not going. I was like, an extra $9 for the squeegee. Oh, but I went on and I listened to it. Yeah, $9 for the squeegee. But I went on
$3, man.
I went on and paid for the squeegee. Hey, man, my budget and my pockets was not saying that. I'm trying to buy SAS tools, not wraps. You know,
over here on AppSumo, and you over here got them.
And I went on and I said, you know what? And then I got intimidated. I really got intimidated, but then I started following the guide, and I said, you know what, this is what's going to stand out. This is what's going to separate me from what everybody else is doing. It's not to
Yep.
say that my shooting style is better than the next person's, but people gonna pay attention to what I got going on.
But wait,
And they're gonna see
didn't
my
it bring attention to you? Didn't it bring attention to you? Then people say, "Oh, what's that?"
it did.
They can have the same camera. They can have a newer version of the camera. That camera sticks out.
They don't even care. All they know is, hey, I want to be shot on this right here. And
Yup.
Keith was not like, it's the look. It's the look. Once again, James, I tell you all the time, it's the look. And so if you walk in confidence, now Tallboy is 7 feet tall, so I already walk in my confidence. I walk in my truth. I know what I can do.
This boy preaching tonight.
But now that I got the camera to match the personality and the swagger, man,
they ain't ready for them.
I'm saying Alpha Guard, y'all got something over there. And I think that y'all need to run a nice marketing campaign to say, if you want the swagger and the look, rock with Alpha Guard. Now I'm gonna charge you for that because that's gonna be on a t-shirt. Okay.
So that's the James Hicks tonight. Don't worry about it, brother. I'm gonna chop that up for you too. Boom. And that's a clip for you. Yeah,
that's a clip right there, man. That's a clip. It's like, yo, be unique.
That's the endorsement right there. That's the endorsement right there. So you find, well, I got a 6100 and I found and I was just going through the different colors, and I said, I'm not the ammo type of person because I'm not military grade. But then when I got down to the cartoon, I said, oh, I like this. This is nice. So I think you got the red one, right? The red and black one. Yeah, that's me right there. That had my name all over it. That's my personality. Yeah, that's me. Yeah. Now I got to get the Canon 24 to 105
right here. Hey, this is content right here, y'all. You can't buy this. You can't buy this three ring circus right here.
I just gotta say, listen, nobody has an excuse. Nobody has an excuse. Here's what I learned.
Which one you got, Keith? Which one of these you got? What color? You got just the red and black one?
No, I got red.
See, he gonna go get it. He gonna go get the stormtrooper now.
The white one. That's the white.
Yeah.
He said the stormtrooper.
Now you know what I seen? I seen people go out and buy. Oh yeah, that's nice. Now you know what I seen, Keith? Yeah. I saw people go out and buy the little rubber one on eBay.
That's so corny. Yeah, that's so corny. Yeah, the minute I see that rubber, I'm like, no. I'm like, hey, look,
what they doing?
I wrap all the lenses. Every lens is got the. So I'm literally only going to stick. I'm like James with his color. I'm probably always going to have red or white camera. And I like the army green was good, but it didn't pop enough. It didn't pop. So wait, James, I got it for the drone too. So the Avata, I got the Avata wrapping in all white.
See, so talk about this. What's crazy what Keith do? I'm gonna throw some flowers out at you too. Keith be walking in the building. He don't just film it outside on his bike or in the woods. And you need to stay away from the woods by yourself too, because I see what. But people walk in the building, tell the drone to do whatever it needs to do, and it'll follow him in the building around a gang of folks.
Yeah, that drone is crazy.
That's some sexy moves right there. And now if you got it branded,
they was at Showstoppers. That company that they were at Showstoppers.
Listen, Tallboy's on to something. It's what works. Like we're saying the same thing. It's what works, right? That daggone the DJI Neo 2.
Yes.
Like I haven't pulled the Avata out unless I'm actually doing something that needs to be color graded or high end or something like that. But 90% of stuff, that little drone, you can do so much with it. You just tell it with the hand, move over there, do this, close, follow, run around, put the mic on, record with that. And my little trick is I
Can't
link
get it
up.
No more.
Oh yeah, it's
no
over. U.S. Drone Supply is the #1 source for. I can't get it nowhere, and I need to be able to have a security with it. So they're good. But my trick is, so here's the trick for everybody. If you have Metas and you have a drone, tell Meta to record, and then put the drone in the air, do a clap, and just sync it up later. The audio quality is so much better. And then you don't have to really struggle with having a mic and all this, that, and third. If you're only doing something for reels and you're doing like a 60-second thing or whatever, or 2 minute at most, put the drone in the air, square up, clap, have your Metas on, and just throw the audio with that. And most people are like, how'd you get audio with the drone? It's like, that's coming from the Meta glasses. So little trick. Tall boy, I love that rap. That's the rap that I wouldn't get, but I love it. So I only ran into one person that had it rap, and it's crazy in Philly, right? Every time I'm doing a gig with more of the photographers around, they're all like, "Oh, that thing dope," and we literally have the same camera. They ask me about it, but 90% of the times I know they're not going to do the work to get it, right? And so this goes into a James conversation. There are those people that are interested in gear, what's the latest, what's the greatest, but they're never going to do the work to do it. It's like my hold fast straps. It works for me, right? It's not just fashionable, but it's functional. That's a Keith Pelzer phrase I say. It's fashionable and functional. So whether I got the camera on or not, I literally can wear my hold fast strap, and people thought it was like fashion. And I'm like, no, this is my camera thing. So then I clip the camera on. Other photographers are like, oh, that's dope. What's that? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I just use so and so. And I'm like, well, that's for you. Like, but for me,
for me in my house.
Yeah.
I want to say shout out to Sammy, because to your point, would you just say you got to show up and you got to do the work. And Sammy, he asked me, and I said, you can come, but you got to get your ticket. I'll take care of everything else. And because most people are not even willing to do the work. Tallboy travels overseas. I'll show you how to ball out on a budget, right? But you got to get your passport. How many people going to go out there and go get their passport? They're not going to do that. So why should I tell you something? Sammy want to go to CES. I said, Sammy, you get your flight. I got you.
Right.
And Sammy got his flight, and everything else, was taken care of. So you got to show up, and you got to take the first
Sammy
step.
out to the clubs while you was out there?
We tried to. Look,
I ain't gonna put him out there like that. You can do that if you want to.
I tried to get Sammy to drink a little beer, drink a little alcohol. I tried. Sammy was like, no, I'm on this. No.
Sammy was high on excitement, boy. He didn't need no.
Y'all go knock on Sammy's hotel room door. He's like, oh, wait a minute. You was like, what's that noise in the back?
All that Sammy noise
got a party.
I was trying to get Sammy on that liquid courage, and Sammy was like, no, I'm gonna have this H2O. That's all I'm gonna have, and some sleep. So give me some sleep and some H2O. That's all I need.
What's funny though is he ready now. See, look, I love to see. Yes, he ready for next year now.
But you know what? It's always Keith has never been to CES, but so he's never been there. But once he comes the first time, he gonna say, "Oh, I didn't know it was like this."
Right.
So
maybe I gotta set up to go next time.
So look, there was a gentleman that came out with me, James. He flew in from LA. Keith, Mr. Keith Lynn. I think that's his name, Edward Lynn. But he came out. And he does conventions, and I said, I need you to help me with this. I need you to help me with that. He flew in on Thursday. He had no idea the magnitude. This man talked to me on Friday afternoon for an hour and a half talking about how can we prepare for next year. Then I talked to him today, and he was like, look, I had no idea the man. I said, sir, I've been telling you about CES for 3 years.
Tell you about this for 15 years.
I said, I've been telling you this. And then now all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, we got to prepare. When I say Mr. Keith is out there preaching to anybody and everybody he got in front of, and he was literally dropping gems, but he had no idea. And it's like he said, tall boy, I saw you walk in your purpose. He said, tall boy, I saw people saw you. They recognized you. You knew your stuff. You was over there saying Shia, out of respect of saying thank you in Chinese, So it's like, or gule, thank you, or excuse me, gule means goodbye. In Turkish. So if you seeing somebody, it's like, how do I say the basic hellos, thank you, you're welcome in another language? Because this is the world's largest tech convention, in the world. Like there's nothing bigger than this, and tech is undefeated. So when you think about it, you're seeing automation, you're seeing autonomous, you're seeing AI, you're seeing lifestyle tech, you're seeing food tech, pet tech, and you're seeing it. And it's like these people took the whole year to say, or maybe even 10 years to finally say, I'm ready to bring my product to market. And here I have the opportunity to get in front of you, and you get a chance to showcase to me for me to put it out in front of my audience.
Wow.
I'm going to give you that respect of I'm going to give you that respect of I understand your struggle and your plight. And now I would want you to give me that same respect back as far as allowing me to do what I do. So let me walk in my purpose and you walk in your purpose. And I think magic is going to happen. So to the ladies out there was a company out there called Shaska. It was a 3-in-1. It was a 3-in-1 tool. It was an African-American lady. It was the only black company that was at the only black company that was at Eureka Park at Startup Village. So I'm going to definitely give her flowers. CHASKA. I think she said it's theshaskalife.com. I think that was the website, but it's a 3-in-1. So this might be a good gift item for your wife, Keith. It's a blow dryer, it's a flat iron, and it's a curling iron. And she owns the patent, and she owns and it's her product. So it's hers. Big. She owns it. So for her,
is it Dyson products there too?
They weren't there.
Dyson was not there this year. Dyson has been there before, but they weren't there this particular year.
Okay, got you.
Let
me ask you guys a question.
Yeah.
How does CES? So like for us as musicians, right? It when I used to go to NAMM, right? I would go to NAMM all the time, and everybody's wooed off of like the drum set company is like, oh, here's our newest kit, a keyboard company, and like James just pulled up Nord. They'll be there, and then they'll do like a set and have like the Chick Corea type people and this they'll have all of those Herbie Hancock like style people. They're playing it, and they'll do a whole set. The thing is, after that, so we leave inspired to create more, and then there's other people that's only impressed with this keyboard has 15 million sounds in it, but the person that's the most creative is not super impressed off of how many sounds it has in it, and they're not impressed that it cuts on 18 times quicker. They're just only kind of looking at like, I needed a better expression pedal, right? Or I needed it to come right on and not have to load a disc. That's the only thing they're worried about. Kind of like with us, right? Say with cameras, if we're like the battery keeps dying down. So the only thing I'm looking for when I go to CES is that you have a better battery. But then there's a bunch of other people that leave it like, oh, it's a drone that can go in the sewer and come up and do this and do that. And it's like, you're not going to use it. So I'm just curious on how does it affect the focus creator to go to a CES? Like, how does it affect? I know what I'm doing. I'm a wedding photographer. I don't need nothing new. I'm just going to look. Does it really inspire them, or does it is it redundant in a sense?
I'll let you answer first, because I'm probably going to be.
And I didn't direct that question well, but I'm just.
I think I know where you're going. So, but Toba, I'll let you go first, and then I'll come with my rebuttal.
Wow.
I think that it depends on the individual person, because somebody like a Sammy, he's going to look at it and say, how can I make this better? Right. And he's focused on making something work right. Whereas me, I'm like, hey, what's the new tech that's out? I'm excited about what's new out and how can the functionality work for me? What would be my use case for it? But then somebody like a Sammy, and I could be wrong because you have to have that conversation with Sammy, but based off of what I saw, it's, I need this to work right. I need it to be better. And if it's not better, then I'm going to use what I have until I get to where I'm going. So I think the creator is looking at it from, how can I make this as simple as possible? But then the next creator is going to look at it and say, how can I add this to my thing? It's no different from the Sony A61, the A63, the 64, the 67, and the 61, right? Or the A73, A74, A75. It had one or two new pieces of functionality that comes out each year. And it's like, well, damn, I just spent $2,500 on this camera, and now you're telling me that, oh, this one has an extended battery life. Now you're going to have some people that's going to be caught up into, oh, well, it does this, and it also has an extra, save mode, or it has a dual SD card. Oh, well, this one has a triple SD card slot. they're going to
Right.
get caught up in that. And so look at the A10 Mini, right? The A10 Mini, I got the first A10 Mini, the version 1. It was on back order. By the time it got to my house, within 10 days later, the A10 Mini Pro comes out. Bruh,
Mm,
how you gonna
right.
say something 10 days after I got it? Then, not even before the year ended, the A10 Mini Pro ISO comes out. Hold up, what
Mm-hmm.
about the person that spent that? So now do I go sell the A10 Mini Pro to go get the A10 Mini, to go get the Pro, to go get the ISO, or do I just say, let me use what I got? So I think that's to the creator. I think it depends on their individual use case, and you have to ask yourself: don't fall in the trap of the influencers on YouTube of saying you have to have this.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
fall in
good.
that trap, because
Yeah.
That's good.
I've been called saying, "Oh, I need to get this. Oh, I
Yeah.
need to get that." No, don't fall in that trap now, because when you get it, go down that rabbit hole. Now you got two of the same thing. So I got the Osmo Pocket, but now they talking about the Osmo Pocket 3. And I'm like, well, hold up. Can the Osmo Pocket 1 do the same thing as the 3? I mean, I know it don't have the wing,
Yeah.
screen,
Yeah.
but do I have to have that? No, I'm not selling this, because I know how hard hey, this one was gifted to me. Can I plug this one in? Because I
Yeah.
just saw a video, the other girl, she plugged the Osmo Pocket 3 in, and she says that she can now plug it in, and then there's some HDMI. I'll pull it up on my Amazon cart, but it's a encoder that you can have at the church, and you can walk around wirelessly with the Osmo Pocket 3. But you got to have this
Nice.
encoder. And I said, well, hold up. Can this do that on the one? So
Mm.
I'm over at J5 Create saying, I need y'all's cable to see if this cable will work with this. And now I'm waiting on my man to, send it over to me, and hopefully it will work. But now I got to go buy this encoder. And if it works, now I can walk around with the Osmo Pocket if I'm at a church or if I'm at a function, and I can just come in via NDI, and then we'll be good to go.
Be sexy too. Be sexy.
Yeah. You know what's crazy, because I asked that, and James, you can jump in there if you need to.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool. Like, and thank you for that, tall boy, because I asked that because I'm convicted where it comes with cameras. Like, it was the older guy, an older photographer that I met, and he told me some stuff that I was like, I had the money in my pocket. I was like, oh, the A7R5 or that's coming out, I'm gonna get it. And he's like, yeah, I mean, you get to a point where it's like you buy until you feel like I'm there and I'm creative. Like, technology to me is like, what's the fastest car? Right? So you can only go but so fast on your local highway. So wherever y'all at, you in Atlanta, with James out West Coast, there's a road that you can open the car up on. But to say, oh, my car tops at 300 miles per hour, most people, unless you take that car to a track, you're never going to hit that 300 miles per hour, or else you dead. The technology that we have now, like my A7 IV does everything I needed to do, and what the A7R5 can do that the 4 can't do, I've never ever run into, out of the past 3 years of getting paid, ran into a situation that I really needed the 5 over the 4. Because if you shoot it right, you don't need all that extra to crop it. If somebody needs to print out, I'm printing out pictures from a company that don't even let you upload more than 25 megabytes. And I'm sitting there like, you sure the quality gonna be great? They're like, the technology that we use is going to be as sharp as your picture. And I'm like, don't I need to send it to you in a super big file? They're like, nah, we just need the smaller file. And the picture comes out great. So it's like, I'm all for, I'm like you, I'm able to say I like new stuff. If you tell me a DJI Neo 3 is coming out, I'm already like, I gotta get it before I know I don't need to get it. Right. But the thing is, I've gotten to a place to say, let me double down on just get the content done, because I have everything I need in my room to record whatever. If I have a new idea, new thought, if somebody needed me, actually, shout out to High Camp. They actually, amen, James.
I've been waiting on them. I'm checking my
Okay, yeah.
email.
Yeah,
Checking it twice.
High Camp the holler, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And the thing is, I got a situation where it's just like, yo, record it. And I'm looking at most of the stuff that people need, and it's not really, you got to record it on high-end gear. as much. Like the people arguing about 8K. What do you need 8K for? Right? But put it out there. I mean, so I just ran in the circle with it, but it's like I if CES wasn't coming next year, I'll be mad. If B&H ain't having anything this year, I'll be mad. You expect to see the Sony camera to do something new, and I'm gonna tell you, like the 5, it doesn't have dual slot of is it the yeah, the A7R, no, the A7 V. I think if I saw it correctly, it does not have dual slot. Um the newer cars, I use it all the time. The CF Express.
The CF
I don't
Express.
think it has dual.
No.
My A7R5 has it.
Yep.
Right? But the 5 that's better than the 4 does not have dual CF Express slots. I'm pissed.
But think about it. You are a microcosm of what they're trying to do. They're trying to capture the entire.
Wow.
They are trying to capture the entire ecosystem of those who want to be prosumer. You are pro. You're not just consumer, right? So you've got a specific niche need for that capacity in your camera. So they're gonna try to make it again. I'm somewhat involved with Sony, but I'm not gonna listen. They are trying to meet every single need or every single avenue, every single pivot in the road that they can. It's marketing. They're doing what they can. Back to the conversation about these events. So CES isn't open to the public. That's for one. See, you can't just roll up on CES. It's industry insiders, it's media, it's the brands that they're there themselves. So it's not like NAM, it's not like NAB, it's not like South by Southwest where the public can go to these events. So you only see a snippet.
You're not just walking in there.
Yeah, you're not. They got security there that really is trying to do their job, and they looking for credentials. So what you see on the evening news, what you see on the news is just a snippet of the information because there's no way in the world that you can cover it all. So we'll come through as the ones that are covering it from a media perspective and say these what we saw were probably the best categories of things that were coming out, but the best themes. Right, so personal tech, personal improvement, home tech, automation in the home. What was huge this year, again, were wearables and things to make you feel more connected to folks that you've been away from for a while. Automation in the home. I saw more automatic robot vacuums and more automatic robot pool cleaners than I have ever seen in my life. So many years ago, all we saw were a whole bunch of mobile phone cases.
Right.
And stuff like that, ridiculous stuff like that. But now it's definitely changed. I wrote down while you guys are talking. I think it's less iterative and more innovative. Right. So instead of just 60-inch TVs, 70-inch TVs, 100-inch TVs, now they've gotten thinner, and not just thinner. Now they've actually gotten wireless. Right. So it's actually changed. LG is not just making a big 100-inch TV that you have in your house, but now you mount it on your wall. There's no wires. It all runs via your home internet.
Yes.
So that's from an innovative perspective. It's no longer just the iterative of like refrigerators in the house. Remember when they had the monitor, the computer, the internet browser built into the door? You thought that was cool, where you can surf the internet and you can write down nothing. It's no longer that piece anymore. It's more of
you can see what's inside the refrigerator.
See what's inside. Interact with Amazon, order stuff. So it's a whole different perspective in terms of how these companies, and they're finally getting it, and they're finally realizing that the creator community matters, because we had a whole lot of focused opportunities to have sessions and the focused opportunities to meet with these brands. So that conference has grown up and is going in the right direction. Now, it still makes sense for us, hey, Keith, you need to come with us too to like NAB.
Okay.
NAB is going to be hot. It's probably going to be, I think it's back in Vegas as well again, but that's going to be where it's just going to be, I got the latest this and this keyboard, mic, drum set, or what, I got the latest thing, and you need to check it out because this is groundbreaking. It's a whole different perspective there. So all that being said, I wanted to go back to CES is not open to the consumer, so you can't just roll up there and give them $30 and say, I want to walk the floor.
Right.
You have to rely on news media and creators that cover the industry to be able to come out that this week, and tell you what it is that we saw and what we thought were the big themes for it. Everyone's going to have their own different take on it, but
Mm-hmm.
there are some similarities in what I'm seeing a lot of folks talking about. That's my
That's
take on that. That's my take on that.
So you got to look at it like this. I'm looking at it as what products make sense for the 40 to 65 adult audience,
Mm.
right?
wow.
James's focus may be something totally different. And then the other person may say, I'm only looking at car tech. Someone might say, I might looking at energy tech. I may be looking at automation, autonomous. So everybody's got their own perspective of what they saw that was cool and their lane, if that makes sense. And that's kind of
Mm-hmm.
what makes what the media, right? Because there's so much to cover that no one outlet can get it all, and it may not even hit their target audience of what it is that they're looking for, if that makes sense.
Oh, you know what you said that hit me good, tall boy. I like it. It clicked to me when you said it. We go to these things looking for what we're into, and it becomes obvious that if a person is just into consumption, they want what's new to say it's new. The person that is looking for what they're into, they're looking at, show me the newest technology so that I can. Like, the reason I like my drone so much is because it fits right in the back of my bike jersey. I can pull it out and I can get any shot that I want, right? Because I got the Osmo, the Nano, and I like the Nano because it's rugged, it's here, it reminds me of the GoPro. But in order to get myself and get like an aerial shot or any kind of shot, I gotta mount it on something and it's right there. And then if I put the pole on the thing, then I gotta have the pole sticking out the bike and all of this and that. The drone, I can just take that, put it in the air, it follows me. The new technology from the Nano 1 to the 2, I just tell it to move over here, I tell it to come to me, I tell it to sit down, land, whatever. I'm good. So I get like going to it, or like me doing photography. I don't need a camera to do anything that my cameras are aren't doing. Like anything that I need, my cameras get it done. I could pick up your 6100 and go do an event. If I went to Atlanta and I'm hanging out with you and somebody's like, Keith, you a great photographer, I want you to do this event, and I don't have nothing with me and I'm near you, I'm like, tall boy, can I use that 6100? I can get the job done with the 6100, period. I guarantee you. And it's like my quality of work, it's from a 6100 to an A7R5. 90% of what I have to do to turn over to get paid is not going to be seen and knowing which body I used. Lens, maybe, but the body, all them bodies can get done an average shoot that I need to get done. Now, if we doing sports photography,
I got a t-shirt that says date the body, marry the lens.
Like it. Hey, and that garbage right there, no, not garbage. That's my work, but still. What's funny about that is that's a mixture of, I think, Meta, Osmo, and Sony, right? Y'all can look at it closely and see.
Right there was the drone.
That was the drone,
that's
right?
the drone right there. So again,
I didn't color balance none of that garbage. I didn't do none of that stuff. I just took all the stuff and threw it into a pot and came up with, what am I trying to say? I was in there with the new judge. She got elected as judge in the local area. We had fun. We made her act like she was a DJ. Somebody took my Osmo from me. The girl that had the camera and the blue, she took my camera and put it in her hand. And we were just having fun. That's all I need to say. And guess what? That got me DMs. It got me a couple of jobs, because it's like, it basically shows this guy dresses up for the event. He's got his stuff. Tall boy, like you said, the yellow case is on purpose. I want it to stand out. I want to make sure if a Negro try to steal my case,
he ain't gonna get it. You gonna get that.
Ain't nobody got a yellow case like, oh, that's my joint. No, I'm the only one with a yellow case in here. I'm the only one with a white camera, red camera, and a yellow case. That's mine.
And okay, the funny thing is, I labeled most of my gear, right? But that Sony A6100, don't nobody got that.
I thought it was an A7C. I thought it was an A7C. Looking at it when you put it in your hand, I couldn't tell if it was A7C, A7CR, whatever. And you like 61. I was like, did he say a 6100? Wow.
I'm a
My
video
man.
guy.
You a
So,
bit.
I'm a video guy. I need something light. I don't take pictures. I never claimed to be a photographer. So the question was, do I want to go full frame or do I want to go crop? And my thing was, when it comes to video, can't tell the difference anyway. So I just need to do the
Right.
recap. All the
Right.
customer wanted, did you get the project done? So whether I'm shooting in my glasses, I'm shooting on my phone, or I'm shooting on this 6100, did I get it done? Now, now we're talking about microphones. I know y'all was talking
He
about
gonna
that
bring
earlier.
something out while he pulling stuff out. I see you, Matt, over there on
So wait,
IG,
are
brother.
you shooting
I see you, young
S-Log in
fella.
your 861? How you shooting in your 8? See that? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. You talk to the wrong person, they'll go, "Oh, you're not shooting log," and it's just like, I didn't know I was
don't care.
supposed to shoot log.
And Keith, I worry about you, but I don't necessarily worry. But in your environment, because you're there at those events with judges and red carpets and celebrity birthdays, and you got other peers, maybe that sense of a competition is there more than it is when Tallboy and I go to conferences, technology conferences.
Oh yeah.
Right. So you've got folks looking at why you using Zeiss, why you using Sigma, why you using this, and this, as opposed to we're just out there trying to get the right angle, trying to get the content, have the interviews, boom, turn it around and get it published. You got folks looking at you saying, "Oh, you only APS. See, you not full frame. You Fuji. You not right." And you got to deal with that when that's just a distraction in my mind. Is that still how it is with you?
But yeah, to an extent. Some of it is, I was at an event and the guy, he had his gimbal, put his camera on and everything. And I said to myself, like, yeah, I gotta get a gimbal. But then when I'm looking at this is a test right here. It all depends on your clients, right? If you shoot in real estate, you need to invest in the gimbal, obviously, right? A drone,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
But if you're just doing event photography, what I learned, I was just like, man, by the time I ran into people that got all the gear you can think of, and I end up at events with them. And there's a guy that's like tall, he'll come out with his A6600, but he has a FX3, FX30. He will have an A6600 with a beat up 2470 version 1 lens on it. Throw it on his old RS3 and get the video done. He gets a check just like me. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, I'm not going to be working too hard. But here's the caveat though. I ended up at times getting stuff with my glasses.
Yeah.
That was the one thing that the videographer didn't get. See what I'm saying? I end up getting this shot. Dude, I put my Ray-Bans on the birthday girl.
James, I did. Did you see the video recap I did, James?
Which
on
one?
Instagram? When I got James walking up on me. He didn't even know I was recording.
That was dope. Yeah.
Wow.
Let me pull that up.
As he's coming, I'm just shooting in my glasses, right? So all this was shot on the phone and the glasses of what I posted. If it wasn't on the phone or if it wasn't in these Ray-Bans, and it was a 30-second reel that I had created for CES saying content loading. And James is walking up the first time. We dapping each other up. James trying to get in the party. I didn't put that part in there, James, but I pressed record.
I know you gonna keep that for blackmail. That's all right. I ain't mad at it.
Smart move.
While he pulling that up, so what we did was we used 2 handheld mics, right? We used 2 handheld mics, and
wait,
then
did he have a scarf on? He all laid up with a dope scarf and stuff.
Go ahead and tell him about it.
Oh, come on, fashion boy.
Tell him about it, Ascot.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
You saw you just missed James. He was over there. Lollipop started content loaded. Yeah, we trying to get it. But Ceremonic, this product right here, I know y'all like y'all Ceremonic wireless mics. So they got the receiver that you put in here. You got the headphone jack and the out, so you can hear the audio, because my 61 does not have a headphone jack. So you plug this in, and you can now monitor your audio. And then you got your two receivers for your microphones. We got a problem. Sammy, where's the it's not in the box, brother.
Sammy 800 miles away from me, and you gonna blame him?
Yeah, he too far. Well, you got the money. Go get another.
No. You can't get this, bro. This had to get shipped from another country. The
He figured it
USB-C
out.
to this.
And with them tariffs now, you're not gonna get another one.
Yeah, Sammy, where is it at, bro? It's
Oh,
gone,
Lord.
bro. The
Oh.
USB-C. I'm glad he on the show.
Sammy back
Yeah,
at school.
but
He got to log off right now. Sammy through. He
for
Sammy
your
having
phone,
internet
they have-
connection problems right now.
So they got the iPhone and then they got a USB-C, but we had the USB-C, but it ain't here. So I don't know where it's at. So Sammy had
Do
it
the small
fast.
do the small rig thing fit it? It's probably another one that
It's on
fits.
one of them 747s is where it is. It's still in the air.
No, it goes on the bottom of the transmitter, and then it
might
connects
be
to
the
your
same
phone.
as that. It might be the same as that DJI too. If you check it.
So it goes on the bottom. It connects to the bottom of your phone, and it connects to your camera, right? So that's the one cool thing about that. But I switched up because I met Hollyland at CES last year, right? And this is what I love about Hollyland. We ended up going with this because look at this. It's about the size of a small, and so you put the back piece on the back, the big piece on the back, and then you go ahead and mic yourself up. And now you
so
got
that's
it
how
to
the
where
small rig is built. That's how the small rig.
Okay, the small rig is the small rig smaller than that?
Just like that. Yeah, the piece in the back is a little bit smaller, but that's literally the same design feature that small rig.
So that daggone DJI going to come out with that probably in the spring.
So now you got to look at it like this. Now you got this versus this. Which one do I want to have on?
Exactly.
I can put this. It can blend right in the side of a shirt. It can blend right there on the side of a
small rig, right
of a lanyard or whatever. And I think I found. So this one was the one that I'm showing you now is the mobile only version. Well, I turned around. It was so good. I went out and bought a second one. And bought the one for the.
He just felt it in his spirit and bought a second.
You know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen?
He just I had a feeling. I got a feeling. I need a second one. He's here.
Roll with it, tall boy. We preaching now. You know,
he preaching.
Bought one for the mobile and one for the camera. So now I got the mobile version and I got the one for the camera. So it's a 2-in-1. So I didn't know. The gentleman said I was gifted this one. And it was just
he almost jacked it. He said when he gave me the new A7R5. When he let me hold it.
The transaction was, you take this with you. Don't tell nobody, but you take this with you.
I was gifted the Hollyland. That's why I'm giving them love now. But it was so good that I went out and I bought my own and said, you know what, it's so good that I need to buy this one. And Amazon had it on sale for $72 instead of the $105. So I went on and made that investment and said, yeah, we're gonna make that investment with Hollyland. So Saramonic and Hollyland is what we roll with for the week. And James, I sent you a link via Amazon. And then I got to also shout out to ShiftCam. Because ShiftCam, they done came up and did something real big.
Are you making all your content right now that you behind on for your own channel? This boy over here is marketing. I'll cut all this up for you and send it to you.
And then, the Swifter came out with a new type of pickup that gets the microfibers. And then my new Dyson over here, this Dyson right here, you can use an extension.
I got toys. We got toys over here. So look,
I'm over here trying to buy a small rig gear, and this man is over here doing all kind of commercials.
He said, and I don't just transfer my SD cards off of anything. See, I use this right here.
We can talk about that in a second too.
Look, we ain't got that kind of time. We ain't got that kind of time, brother. Man, we ain't got that kind of time.
We got to shout out ShiftCam because they got this super zoom tele macro kit. It's a 240 mil zoom lens. 240 mil. So not only is it the zoom lens, where's that thing at?
If you're gonna promote it, have it right there with you. Now we ain't got that kind of time.
He said, "Where is it at?"
We We got
Wait,
you on the
see?
big screen
So
right
you
now.
need the camera to just
Yeah.
turn around and follow you around the room. So when you go showing
Yeah, I do
everything,
need one of them.
you put on the
So-
DJI, you know, on the gimbal, and it'll
Oh.
swing around and follow you around the
Don't
room.
be blaming it on Sammy. He 800 miles away from me. Don't blame it on him.
No,
God dog. Nah.
So-
we mess with you. Come on, buddy. You know this is family. This is what we do. This is what he over there trying to really make drops right now.
I left it, but it came with the filters and it came with the telephoto. And we were literally in the Bellagio, and she put it on the camera, right? So when she put it on,
the Bellagio.
yeah, we was in those executive suites up on the 28th or the 30th floor, sir. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah,
I ain't mad at you.
yeah. You wanted to be over there, you know,
I did.
in the
I was
private.
downstairs though.
And I said, "Come on, man!" But you wanted to do you, so I let you do you, and I'm on the 30th floor. So, but yeah, shift cam. I got the lens over there. I want to show it to you. So when he take me off screen, I'll go get it real quick.
We don't know. We do that later. We do that later because hey, dog boy, this what we finna do. This what we finna do.
He got dinner. He got dinner.
Hey, we finna be cognizant of people's time.
And
we gonna, you know,
when
and we gonna bring this plane in, and we gonna bring.
I'm waiting on the 2026 new line because the 2025, I want to be cognizant of everybody's time.
Yeah, I'm trying to be cognizant of my time.
Now, Keith, when he started talking about this zoom lens by Shift Cam 6 months from now, just remember, you just tell him we're gonna be cognizant of everybody's time because Tallboy tried to tell you before it came out the market. So just make sure
you get your affiliate,
and it's for the phone, right?
Yeah, you get.
It's for the phone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a 204. Man, we were upstairs on the 30th floor, and when I tell you, she zoomed in to the traffic that was on the freeway. And when I say you could damn near read the license plates from the 30th floor, sir. That's how dope this lens is.
Okay.
You gotta think I'm on the 30th floor of the Bellagio. I got your attention now. Yeah, that zoomed in.
But here's the thing. So for the wind down, if I'm able to go to the playoffs game, am I on the fact that that's got a 240 millimeter zoom, or if I got a shot at it, do I go and rent the Sony 300 2.8 lens to shoot?
They not letting you in the arena with the Sony 2.8 lens, but they gonna let you.
No. I'm talking about I'm on the ground. So I can walk in there. I know one of the football players. We cool.
Okay, that's you. You special. But I'm saying to the average person who's going to see Beyonce, right, they in the nosebleeds and they want.
That's where I'm going. No, that's where I'm going. That's where that's relevant.
Yeah. Right. So this is for to the average person. They got something that's small that can get through security. It don't look like a lens, right? Or it can pass through security. You not getting stopped. Right, you got to think.
All right, James, see what happened there?
No,
James,
and I know because remember, this is my world. Because I did this for 10 years.
This is the reason I'm asking, because when not content creators, let's watch that word, when the professional, right, is not specific on, it's like me having, if I could afford it, I'd have the Sony 300 millimeter lens. I would have that sitting here, the 2.8, it costs a fortune. I would have that is sitting here in the room, but then Tallboy tells me like, yo, you can put this on your phone and zoom way down the street. I'm be like, oh, I need that too in my bag. But the thing is, I'm not going to an event and arguing with the person next to me that got that and say, oh, my lens do the same thing. It's two different things we're arguing here, because, and Tallboy just did it. Tina would take that and say, I need something that can get close, but she damn sure not going to carry my 70 to 200 millimeter or 300 millimeter lens into a party. But I might be like, oh, it's this thing that James and Tallboy use. You could put that on there and get the close shot, because she's not worried about if the megapixel details is as sharp compared to, or if the aperture setting and it don't have enough bokeh. I get the point what you saying there, Tallboy, on, yo, this got 200. But I've seen people in the same room arguing I can do that with this and I can do this with that. And it's like, you know what? Maybe we're speaking two different languages here, and each person is right in their own place, because the person that's going to spend the money to get, other than us, the other person is choosing between, am I a professional and I need to get that range on my Sony Alpha body, or I just need to get that range. If it's I need to get that range, I'm gonna do it with an Android, iPhone, or enhance with a shift cam. But I'm not going to argue with the guy that does professional photography and brag and say, well, I can squeeze in and get that building too. It's like, I don't need to have a conversation with you because you're doing a different type of work than me. That's the thing.
That's it right
And then
there.
if we're delivering it to a platform that doesn't really care about your equipment, then you can set yourself up to be mad, because if we both are pointing over at the mountain to get it framed in, and Tallboy does it with the shift cam and I do it with $8,000 worth of gear, and we both post it and he gets more likes than me, then how do you explain that? It goes back into what was more important, what you're framing or what you framed it with. That's a hard argument when it comes to technology. What you're doing it for, what you do it with. Because with the drones, you go ahead.
Just imagine the mom that's sitting in the football stands or at the top of the bleachers. She want to be able to get her baby, because all she care about is her baby. She don't care about nothing else. Now the photographer, he on the sidelines or he on the baseline and he trying to get that shot. That's something totally different. But the mama, she don't care on her baby. And so I'm in the stands, I paid my money to get in there, and if I can get a shot of him and I got it, and he on the, and I'm on one side of the field and he on the other side of the field, or he on one side of the court, and I can still get that crispy shot.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna put your watermark on it, and I gotta pay you, versus when I could have just did it myself.
Are you working for Shift Cam? Because I'm about to tell you, you need to come take a trip to Philly and go to one event with me. The amount of women I see. Look, this is the typical woman at an event with me, right? They got the video and they trying to squeeze way in to frame it, and they in the back row. They need a shift cam. I will give them your link, right? Tallboy, you need to send me a link. I'm like,
I get that happening. I'm gonna get that
you
real
need to
quick.
hit my man up, and here go his link. Go through Tallboy, follow him on Instagram, DM him, because he got what you need so that you can get that shot from the back row. Because I just looked at the website and I'm like, that's because what you're saying, what you just said there, is the mother that's shooting the sports photography. They only want their baby close up on that shot. That's who Shift Cam is for. It's for you, mom, that want to get your kid. It's for you, wife. Your husband's on stage, or husband, your wife is on stage, and y'all got the back seat at the banquet. You need Shift Cam to get what the photographer won't give you.
Yeah. Because the photographer is gonna put his watermark all over it, and you gotta pay him. And I'm the photographer. I want to. Hey, I need my money, but at the end of the day, I understand, because when I'm asking you for a copy of, I got to wait on you, and you don't want to send it. You want to put your, because somebody asked me for some content the other day, and I sure enough put my logo all over. I sure did.
Got to.
Nice.
But I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my logo on all these clips that I'm about to cut up. And before you
get
it,
you need to put that Hicks media on there.
Yeah, I will.
You need to put that Hicks media on there.
I will be. We take Venmo, we take Zelle, we take invoices. So I prefer to go invoiced. But
tell Shift Cam to send you some stuff. You know what I mean?
So it's tax time, so we need to keep it documented. But I'll leave that alone. Listen, come on now, let's do this. But first and foremost, this is what we do, y'all. We 2026, we back. He drinking. I need to get me one of them. I need to talk to Hicks Pelzer. I see that flash.
Look, I got burners today.
You drinking
something
something
about that.
You drinking something for 2026? Okay.
That's that Michigan. It says a Michigan original, black cherry.
Yeah, well,
good.
I'm drinking. My wife don't like what I'm drinking. Mushroom coffee. I'm trying to make take care of myself. She don't drink it with me, so I drink it by myself. Probably no one else will. Listen.
Is that shiitake mushroom?
Listen, You know,
Is it portobello? Is it portobello mushroom? What you? Oyster.
All of that. All of that. It's gonna help me underneath that squat rack tonight, because it's leg night tonight. Listen, this is what we do, y'all. Conscious Conversations is back 2026. Got some guests in the building. Got my man, Tall Boy here. Appreciate you. This is the energy that we bring in, though. We no holds barred. We've never
No
really-
holes. No hole.
Oh,
Wait.
he see, Pastor, I don't know. Hey, see, Mom, I told you he talking about hoes up here.
Hey, you sound like my man that rebuked Jamal Bryant.
There you go. I didn't say it. We talk about different things. I don't know what he's breaking out of his
He
flask.
was wrong
I
as
told y'all
Jay
what I'm
said, not a
breaking.
$1, but a $2. I was like, wow.
Can't do
That's
it.
what happened in them Atlanta streets.
Can't
That's
do it.
that's the problem.
Yeah, out there messing around on indicator. Okay, Tall Boy, you good?
Yeah, Tall Boy, clean them Atlanta streets
Clean-
up now.
clean-
Come on, man.
Man, hey, Atlanta is his own country. That's all I can say. It's his own city. It's his own country. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Y'all got your own money. The man got his own
Yeah,
money.
we got our own money out here. Yeah, and Georgia State Patrol don't play out here. GSP do not play.
Mhm.
No, I saw y'all and I said, you know what? Let me come rock out with you. Let me rock out with Keith and show him the Alpha Guard and,
Yeah.
and let them know
That
I do
Alpha Guard is
appreciate it.
dope. I love it.
You show y'all some new toys that we got. I'm glad we had these conversations because I can't, and I'm gonna be very transparent with you, James. I can't have these conversations with everybody. You just can't. You
can't.
want to,
And that's fine,
certain
right?
folks.
You can't. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, and I salute you and Keith because your conversations are good, and now I can talk
salute you,
camera
brother.
here with y'all, and so I can have an intellectual conversation with y'all, not know who's just listening to you. Well, I'm going back and forth, and whose camera is the biggest and the best. No, bruh, I'm just trying to just tell you this is why I use it, and either you like it or you don't, but it worked for me. Period.
Hey, that's the
It
momentum
either
for this
way.
new year. We cutting some folks. I'm gonna leave that alone too. We're not gonna go down that path. But amen. We move forward.
Oh, James, I say what he want to say. He say what I need to say. I say it all the time. It's because James said you ain't gonna mess up my 9 to 5 on my 5 to 9. So I'll say
Hey,
it for you.
Can we shout out James? Can we shout out James? You take the mic back. You landed the plane, but James, can we shout you out on rocking this on multiple platforms?
We everywhere right now, and I'm looking at it. It's steady right now too. It's steady.
Whatever you did to make it formatted on Instagram, then when I hop over to
it's not hard,
YouTube, you
not
killing
hard.
it.
You just got to follow the instructions, sir. You let him produce the show and let him say, "Oh God, this is hard, James."
hey man, for anybody in a faith, whatever your respective faith is, Bible, Quran, whatever, Torah, you still have leaders in it that I can pick up a Bible and read it, but and it has instructions. They say basic instructions before leaving Earth, but we know as believers, we look for a preacher to tell us what we looked at. James is kind of like that with, I know what I'm looking at. I know I can read this, but I need to read it, but also hear you preach what it is. And James got a word for how in the ham sandwich he doing all of this. I like it. You see how he just going to cut, push a button. If you say, there's a new shoestring that they put in, it's new shoestrings out for Adidas. James will put it on the screen in like 20 seconds.
Yeah,
I don't know how he do it.
Hey, Toby, I'm gonna cut your microphone. Listen, you better let this man say what he want to say.
I know James is trying to land the plane.
No,
but you're
not gonna mess up my flowers. I done gave you yours. I'm gonna cut your microphone and your video.
Look at him. Watch him. Watch him. Name something. I'm telling you. Did you see you can 3D print a case for the DJI Neo 2? My son DJ printed a case for the DJI. I was gonna buy it for $50, and I showed it to my son. And the same thing that Tom Buck is advertising now, he's showing about their printer. My son had that printer for like over a year. And my son, that case right there with the batteries on the back, mid-screen, right underneath that green DJI Neo upgrade kit, my son printed that case out for me. He printed that out for me. That's 35, but with the shipping, it costs $50.
Good
I went
Lord,
to
where'd
my
it come
son and
from?
was like, yo,
Good Lord, where'd it
you
come
want
from?
you want $50 from daddy? Can you print
Oh.
me this? He was like, absolutely.
That's why. There it is right there. That's why.
Absolutely. Hey, you know Tina charged him tax because she bought the filament for the printer. So she like, where my cut? She from DC, so you know she from them streets. Like, yo, where my cut?
See this international shipping? That's exactly why Rich Vibes, if you listening, that's exactly why I still haven't shipped your mug yet, god dog. That international shipping grab you. See,
Hey,
you see, look at that shipping
look,
cost. Shipped to
look.
Spain. Good God
The
Almighty.
kid printed it.
He got it right there. Oh my
The kid
God.
printed it right out the room. Look at that. It got the battery joints on it too. Anybody, if you need a case for your DJI Neo 2, hit Caleb Pelzer up via my DM, and I will get you in contact with Caleb to get you one
Wait a
of
minute,
these
Caleb printed that?
DJIs. Caleb printed this.
Not
Not Isaiah.
Not Isaiah.
Caleb. No, the young boy. The young one. He printed this out. He was
That's
like, I
what these
sent it
kids
to
are,
him.
man.
And I was like, I said, Caleb, Daddy about to buy this thing, and with shipping and stuff, I think it's gonna cost me $50. And I said, the printer that grandma bought you, because his grandmother bought him that expensive behind 3D
Hey,
printer.
man.
And I was like, son, can you print me this right? I said, can you make that? He was like, he looked it up. He texted me back in like a minute and was like, oh, I can make you this one, that one, or that one. And I was like, oh, word. So he print me another one now. He printed this thing out, and I was like, thanks, son. I got a hard case for it. And the kid just printed it out.
Man,
That's a whole nother level. Tom Buck is on it, but my kid been doing that for over a year. He taking keychains to school, making his money.
You just gotta find the audience. That's it. You just gotta find your audience. No,
He
these
hustling,
kids is
boy.
on it.
Yeah.
So Keith, I challenge you and I challenge James.
Challenge.
Tap into what your kids are doing, because they gonna tell you what's next and what's coming up. So I challenge both of y'all, because y'all got kids and they telling y'all,
Oh, yeah.
hey, this is where the trends are going. So show me how to do that, because see, my grandmother, she ain't trying to listen to nothing that I gotta say. So it's like, well, you lost, you left behind. So let me go find out what the youth is doing over here. And if you got them already in the household, man, you better go get them discounts. Go get it.
Yeah.
Go
Hey,
get
man,
it. Go
that's
get
what
it.
that's what we're doing. You know, we're trying to keep up with them. We're trying to keep up with them. You know, both Isaiahs.
Have y'all noticed that phones are still beating the cameras out as far as content creation? Like, phones are still beating them out. And here's the reason why I said it. It's TikTok people slide over to Instagram or vice versa, something like that. But if you really watch our kids, to what Tall Boy's saying, like that video that my son did for Christmas is over like 9,000 views or something like that. He did it on his phone. I done did a drone shot. I had the pictures and this, that, and third. They were cool, but I realized that push with audience, it's almost like as a professional, you have to mix that in and just go with it. Like, it's almost like if you force yourself to say, I'm only going to do content from my iPhone for the next 14 days, I'm not ready to try it, but I'm thinking about trying it because I think it'll spark the creation. And I liken it into this. And me and Tallboy did it to you, James. But I'm gonna get right back to you. It's when we were doing the albums that we did, the neo soul work that we did. Yeah. We kind of cornered ourselves to using a Fender Rhodes, right? With live touch keys on there, with weighted keys. We forced ourselves to say use a real drum set and then only add stuff. Or if you start with the drum machine, replace it with a live set. If you play the bass line here, use a real bass player on it. If you use fake strings, go get a string session on it. So it's kind of like great creativity does come from you simplifying it. Like Fuji now coming out with that weird looking camera that you can record on it, do like short videos that only do a little bit. I don't know too much about it. And then it puts a PR code on there, you know, for somebody to look up the video or something crazy like that. It seems dumb to some people, but the crazy thing is that'll mess around and become a bigger TikTok trend than your $6,000 camera. And then what you going to do? So it's almost like continue to use the professional equipment that you use, but challenge yourself to feel confident to just go basic and do it. Us photographers do certain things like this. Out of all the lenses you have for this week, shoot everything with a 55 millimeter, everything. or next week, only use a 35. On my A7 CR right now, I literally always keep a 35 on there unless work causes me to do something else. That's it. And most of my pictures are going to be on that because I'm trying to get back into just the art of taking pictures. So yeah, how do we simplify it is crazy, because content that I see now it's rough for me looking at it, that it's just like I tried the S log, I tried this, that, and the third, and I'm sitting there looking like, yo, this viral video from somebody I follow, they did that on their freaking phone. And I'm trying to find a way to be mad about it, but I'm like, I like the video. And I know they did it on the phone.
Yeah. But again, you think about it, it's less about the production and it's just more about the content now. Right.
Yeah.
For a while, we were thinking that it had to have all of the glitch movements. It had to have all of the J cuts. It had to have all the captions, and it had to have all that stuff, the production piece, as opposed to the dialogue. I got more clips from this session right here, and it's going to be very straightforward when I edit and push it out. It's not going to be a whole lot of fancy movement, not a whole lot of music behind it as well. It's just going to be us cutting it up, and that's going to resonate more. I got a short. Shouts out! I see Stephanie Garcia is watching on IG. I got a short from her that I cut up. I did do a couple extra things to it, but
hey, Steph.
In the last month or so, where is it at? It's gone. It's done what it needs to do.
Why he's saying that? These people these kids and this youth, they're using what they got because they can't afford these fancy lenses, right? And they're using what they got to get the kind of go, and then they putting it in the CapCut, and they allowing those transitions and those glitches to just turn it into something, if that makes sense. They're using those templates to make it so it takes you forever on Premiere or captions. Or
you ain't never lied. You ain't never lied.
These kids are literally using their phone. They dropping it in the CapCut, and they saying, "Let me tighten this up." Or I like this template, and this template did, and boom, they out, and it's up, and it's gone, and you still in front of the computer. And now the question is, who gets to see it first? Why does Tallboy get the respect? Because I'm the one that's pushing out the content as quickly as I possibly can. So, James can make that thing look sexy. I wish I could move like that, but CapCut can do damn near the same thing. Not move like James move, but it can do. But it can catch people's attention.
It can do you, and it can do your thing. So just because this has got 200, so again, since I launched at 243,000 views, and I gave her props on this. Like, hey, child, we got to make some more of these. People like it.
That's crazy.
But again, it's focused on the element, focused on the content. Yeah, I put some movement and things like that, but that's just showing skill that I know how to use these tools.
That's good. I like it.
Right. Not everyone needs to do that, and not everyone needs to work. Was I wearing the same thing? Okay. I'm making sure I wasn't wearing the same thing. What's that?
Was that captions or the script?
Both.
Okay.
90% Descript, and then that last piece where I brought in some new captions was in Captions.ai. But again, not everyone needs to or has to do that. I'm logged in on the message that came out of it and then pushing that out, as opposed to doing a whole bunch of, because I used to put a whole bunch of, again, glitch movements. I used to put a whole lot of non-copyright music. I used to worry about a whole bunch of other stuff. When I stepped out of that and got out of my own way, like I always say, next thing you know, you got some success with some of the content that's going out. So
the big thing that James said to me earlier this week was you got to get your reps in. So whatever product that you find, no matter whether it's Script, whether it's Premiere, whether it's Pinnacle, it's CapCut, it's whatever the software is, you got to get your reps in. And so I'm over here struggling with the script right now, but I know that in 3 months, my reps are going to be in because I'm
gonna be
using it,
man.
It's like I know where the functionality is in CapCut, and I'm like, I want to go back to CapCut so bad. Not saying that there's nothing wrong with CapCut, but I just dropped $300 on the script, so we gonna get some reps in over here on this 300, if that makes sense. So,
that makes sense.
But it's like I couldn't find no deal, but yeah, you got to get your reps in at the end of the day. So whatever service you use, you got to get your reps in. So even though we're talking about cameras, and we're talking about phones, we're talking about lenses, talking about microphones, you got to get your reps in, because when it's time It ain't no fidgeting and talking about, no, you, like I said, you got to use what you got to get to where you're going. And then the other one was, what would I say at the earlier? It was make sure it worked. Because if it ain't working, you're gonna automatically go back to what you're going to anyway, right? You're gonna go back to what makes you feel comfortable. So you gotta feel comfortable using what you have.
Right.
Y'all got some words for the day. You got some lessons. Tallboy came in with a message. KP came in with the sermon. He started talking about hoes. I don't know what happened though, but I don't.
What area?
I'm gonna leave that alone. Listen, KP, we be back and do this next month, man, because we only bless folks with conscious conversations once a month because they're not ready. Tallboy, we're gonna bring you back on, man. Anytime you got keys to the front door, come through. John is saying there is a lot wrong with Capcom. Yeah, we can talk about that too. We'll talk about that later.
No. He's saying it right. There is a lot wrong. And that's why I made the shift, because it was like, hey, we got to get up out of there and we got to go look at some other things. So that's a conversation for a different, different stream. But there is some things wrong. But like I said, you have to get the reps in wherever you feel comfortable at the end of the day. So, but a lot of the youth, whether you like it or not, they're going over the CapCut. And unfortunately, people do not read the TOS. So it is what it is. People just do not read the TOS. Nope. When was the last time you read TOS?
Well, I'm different. I read you.
No,
I'm a nerd.
I'm just saying, for any product, the average person is not going to read.
The average person doesn't read the end user license agreement. I read it.
They just thinking, I agree, and then they're going to just start using it, right? So until
I'm sorry, I'm not a guy that's reading every fine print item of the end user license.
I agree. All good. Let's go.
2026. AI is here. There's no reason for you to just drop the TOS inside and say, tell me the good and the bad of what they're saying. It's only going to take you 2 minutes as opposed to taking you 30 minutes to try and understand what's being said. So AI is here. You're going to see the push. I'm a proponent of AI. I think that you have to find a way to make it work for you. And I think that this is a great use case that anytime you get ready to sign up for something, just drop just copy and paste and drop it into your favorite large language model and just say, what's the good and bad or what I should know? And it'll highlight it for you in less than 30 seconds and you'll figure it out.
Yes,
That's a great way to use AI.
That's it. I hate to drop it while we got so many people on multiple channels watching, but I'm through with y'all.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's done.
I was through with y'all about 20 minutes ago.
But
Yeah,
he was.
there's so much love. There's a lot of love, though. A lot of love. Y'all again, if you found value, and see if you found value in this session, let me know. If you did not find value in this session,
He's telling you to stay 5 more minutes, James.
let me know.
James.
We done. Well, we already monetized. I don't. we already monetized, right? Y'all be good, man. Hey, subscribe, like, do all those things, whatever the creators say. But I'll catch y'all next time. Keith,
Peace.
y'all be good.
Holla.